Stress. We've all experienced it, some more than others. There's nothing quite like that creeping feeling of overwhelming dread that sets in after reading the criteria sheet for an assessment or exam. As the self-proclaimed king of procrastination, I personally am always thankful to receive a lengthy assessment piece, as I know it means the long list of housework in my home will get done long before any work on my assessment task begins. What is crazy about this situation is that I always spend so much time sitting with the anxiety of the assessment and worrying about whether I'll meet all the criteria rather than actually putting my head down and getting started. And as soon as I do start the assessment, that old sense of familiarity slowly comes back as I realize I can do this, and it's perhaps not a bit as big a task as I originally thought. These feelings of stress and anxiety are completely normal and expected when dealing with assessment tasks, whether they are written response, a science experiment, or an exam. However, there are steps we as teachers can take to reduce not only our own stress as we try to design high-quality lesson plans and assessment, but also our students' stress as they tackle these assessment tasks in the classroom. Today, I want to unpack some of these strategies we can use to reduce stress in the classroom. But first, what is stress? Stress is something that our brain and body experience when faced with the imbalance between the demands being made on us and our resources to cope with those demands. When we come across a situation that we may perceive as threatening, it triggers a signal to an area of the brain called the amygdala. When it detects danger, the amygdala sends a distress signal to the hypothalamus, which then signals to your nervous system to trigger the infamous flight or fight response. If this response is triggered repeatedly over time, it can contribute to health problems such as high blood pressure, anxiety, and depression. Stress can manifest itself in many ways. You may be like me and procrastinate until the cows come home. You may experience a faster heartbeat or muscle tension. You may chew the eraser off every pencil in your home. We all experience the effects of stress in different ways, and this is completely normal. It is important to remember that our students can often feel these same symptoms in class, and that we must approach these reactions with empathy. Before we as teachers can create a classroom for students that minimises stress in a safe and supportive learning environment, we must first look inward and learn ways to manage our own stress as teachers. When it comes to managing our stress, we must remember to remain proactive. Let's reflect on some of the skills deemed essential for teachers. We have time management, the ability to be adaptable, and to be well organised. These are all skills that suffer if we are unable to manage our stress effectively. When we learn new coping strategies, we must first pay attention. Self-monitoring is a powerful tool that has been shown to make positive changes in people. I would like to introduce 3 simple awareness strategies that can assist in managing stress for teachers. The first is mood monitoring. This is a helpful strategy that can assist in mindful thinking. Mood monitoring can be completed at various points throughout the day, making sure to record it in a journal or simply on your phone. The purpose of this exercise is to get you start noticing the connection between your overall mood rating and what you are thinking or doing throughout the day. The second strategy is goal setting. Just as this strategy is important for students in the classroom, it is equally important in our daily personal lives. The ability to set realistic and measurable goals is an important life skill and can improve our ability to be mindful. If stress is something that you struggle with often, it may be helpful to set a goal to minimize this stress. After setting a goal, be sure to write down why it is important to you to ensure it is a meaningful goal. This helps us to keep tabs on our goals and can act as a reminder of what we aim to accomplish. The third strategy is deep breathing. This is a common yet effective strategy for maximizing awareness and reducing stress. Training yourself to be mindful of your breathing is helpful as it can teach us to be aware of when our breathing might become shallow, indicating stress on the body. When we are aware of this response, we can train ourselves to notice it and actively slow it down to counteract the effects of that stress has on our body and to help us remain calm and relaxed. Now that we have some strategies to assist us in reducing stress, we can focus our attention on our students. As teachers, it is our job to guide students as they undertake assessment. Providing students with strategies to reduce stress not only helps them to build emotional resilience, but allows students to learn more effectively. One important strategy for reducing stress for students is by creating opportunities for students to participate in activities that promote deeper learning. Engaging students in authentic performance tasks and project-based learning plays an important role in doing just that, by helping to deepen their understanding of new information and concepts. This is where mindful planning can play a vital step in student understanding. When teachers design lesson plans that actively engage students in hands-on learning, not only does it give learners the opportunity to understand new concepts on a deeper level, but it also provides opportunities for the teacher to incorporate highly effective teaching strategies, such as collaborative learning, differentiation, and feedback. As these strategies allow students to deepen their understanding, it almost subconsciously builds student knowledge and confidence, giving them everything they need to build a sturdy foundation of information that can be recalled at a later date when it comes time for assessment. Perhaps the most important step in encouraging students to employ a positive mindset is to first take the time to get to know our students. This assists in building a learning environment in which students feel seen and understood. It also fosters feelings of safety and support within the classroom, which can help to reduce stress by providing a place where they feel confident in the support that is available to them. Taking the time to learn about and understand our students also allows us to draw on this information to create activities and assessment tasks that incorporate student interests. This personal relevance enables the brain to effectively store these memories and make them more retrievable in the future for students. When it comes to preparation time for assessment and exams, a good way to help reduce stress for students is to give learners some perspective. It may be helpful to share frequent errors made by previous year's top students. Showing them that everyone makes mistakes can assist learners by boosting confidence and also help students to keep an eye out for potential mistakes. Additionally, it may be helpful to guide students on how to look for patterns of their most frequent types of errors, so that students can keep these on a reminder list. Finally, we can calm student anxiety by increasing their understanding of the limitations of any single exam or assessment, by showing them that these assessment tools are not the be-all and end-all of their lives. This mindful perspective can help remind students that their learning is an ongoing journey and open them up to the idea of learning as much as they can while the opportunity is there. Listed here are some examples of discussion topics that we can guide students through as a whole class approach to building positive mind steps in the classroom. Below is a list of references used to inform this video. If you found this video helpful in assisting you to create a learning environment with diminished stress and anxiety for you and your students, I would suggest taking the time to check out these resources for further information. Thank you.